Hello everybody, welcome to day 8 of the 30-day prayer challenge. This week was kind of weird and my alarm didn't go off right, and so I'm kind of off a couple days or something. But anyways, I'm going to keep it rolling, so I hope you're still with me. And here we go. I'm going to start off by looking at this third part of Pastor Mark's message, and that is we talked about pain and how we have pain in our lives and God can work in those things. We talked about the paradox between pain and how we still understand God to be working in those things. And now we're going to kind of just pray with the idea of praising God for the results through suffering. It's kind of interesting because I had recently my weird sciatic leg issue, and it seems like now I'm coming out of it, but there's still a little bit to go. But I was just glad that I was able to praise God in those moments and be thankful for being able to continue to work even though it was uncomfortable, and being able to continue to be with my family and that kind of stuff. So ultimately it wasn't the world's biggest deal, but I gained an understanding for people who are suffering with chronic things just in a small degree. And I think God used that to teach me, and I know He can use those type of things to teach us all. And even if we're stuck in something that's even worse than what I mentioned, God can still be working on our hearts to give us endurance, to help our testimony, and help us to witness to others. So let's join in prayer and just be thankful to God even though these things sometimes hurt. God, I thank You that in our lives when we come across seasons or moments of pain, that You are with us and that You love us still. You have a plan through all this stuff. And even though these things are outside of what we can really understand, I ask You to help us to trust You, help us to continue to ask You for Your grace and Your provision in these situations. I ask that we would be humble enough to acknowledge that we don't know how it all works, and we don't know what Your plan is, but we would trust that You have us in mind, and You have us close to Your heart. So God, I just ask You would help me to always be able to praise You in the hard times, and praise You when things aren't the way I want them to be. If I get selfish, or if I get kind of fussy, I guess, about just the way my life is or how things are around me, that You would help me to still focus on You and praise You in those things, that You would be ultimately praised with my life, and in my suffering You would be praised, and my life could be a witness to others even when I'm in suffering. So help me to always have that mindset. So I'm going to continue my reading of Mark, and I'm going to read from chapter 9 going forward. So I just decided that since the house was quiet, I would just enjoy my time reading the Bible. Got myself a little bit sleepy doing that. But I hope you're enjoying your time setting aside 30 minutes a day to try something new, and that is to try staying in prayer focus and in the Word and in worship. So please keep continuing to come along, and we'll see you next time. Bye.